What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people, your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and with me tonight, it's Chris the Stats Man Gorman. Hit him with the stats, Chris.
Hey. Bam Adebayo and Simone Fontecchio are the first duo to combine for over 100 points. Durant and Westbrook reached 91 twice. Oh, and since Wilt got 100, let's just get this thing out of the way. But I just thought it's crazy. No duo has ever gone over 100.
That is actually pretty wild.
It is nuts. I would never have thought that.
And he's fresh off the greens. The line boss, Shirley McCroskey. Get that, Joe.
Hello, friends.
Oh, there he is. Jim Nance is going. We're ready. We're ready
It's
for
the wrong
Final
tournament,
Four.
but it makes sense.
Friendly right now after his goal.
Well, we got a fun show for you tonight. Obviously, we'll be talking some Bam 83 wild night in the association. We got some MVP talk, and then we got a few comments talking about top 5 players in 5 years and the 5 worst franchise futures. Some stuff I heard on some other podcasts, and I just kind of wanted to pick your guys' brains about them. I thought it was interesting. So fun for us. We'll shout those pods out. So make sure you're checking them out too. But other than that, boys, how's it been going? Been good so far? This last couple of weeks we haven't podded here in a couple of weeks.
It's fine.
It's great.
Fine. Okay.
Chris is sad. Welcome to the fandom of the rest of us.
Welcome to reality, Chris. We'll touch on that too as well. All right, let's jump into it. Joey, give us your news and notes from the last couple of weeks.
All right. Yeah. So most of these are stemming from being at dinner with some people, and as the news was breaking about Bam's 83, the conversation started to roll about basketball, and it came out that I have a podcast, and therefore everybody was like ready to pick a fight. So the first fight of the night was about this one was backwards compared to the other ones, but somebody was arguing with me that Bam's night was more impressive than Kobe's night. Because
more impressive
in the modern NBA, it's way more difficult to get to this level of scoring.
How long ago was Kobe's?
It was all right. I got the stats. I'm gonna rip through them. I think it's important. So Kobe's was on January 22nd of 2006. So 20 years ago. He had 81 points. He went 28 of 46 from the floor at 61%. Let's call it. Bam 20 of 43 for 46%. Both made 7 3-pointers. Kobe took 13. Bam took 22. 53 versus 31%. The big difference obviously comes in the free throws. So Kobe had 18 out of 20. Bam went 36 of 43. 90% for Kobe, 84% for Bam. Rebounds, Bam had 9 to 6.
I just want to reiterate, 43 free throws.
40,
that is
43.
More than most teams get in a game.
Correct.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. Keep going.
Everything else kind of pans out, blocks, turnovers, yada, yada, yada. The one that got me, though, is Kobe was a plus 25 in his game. Bam was a plus 20. So even with 83, Bam still had a smaller plus against the Wizards. So as this argument was happening, I just kept going. He took 43 free throws. Right. And I didn't watch the game, right?
Yes.
At dinner, I didn't see it. When Chris said it was happening, I brought it up, and then I immediately started going to the stats, and then I saw the Kobe thing, and I was like, the argument ends at the free throws, I think, right? I think that's where everybody is going to live and die on. Was this game better than Kobe's game?
So he had like 50 something without the free throws? He had 36 free throws.
Yeah, 36 free throws. Yep. So 47
without the free throws. I mean, all right. So one thing I will defend, I did watch this, the highlights later, condensed version later. The free throws, he gets a lot on and ones. I will say
he's getting pushed and shoved
and shots. Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot like a parade to the free throw line. And then it did seem though it was like a tale of two halves. I felt like the first half was an offensive performance from him. The second half was him trying to get the ball and trying to score, and then I think the Wizards were just hacking them because they didn't want him to score.
Yeah.
The end of the the condensed version is just him shooting free throws. So I don't know where I fall on it. Chris, thoughts?
It's fine. He got 83. I hope more teams do this. Embarrass these embarrassing thinking teams.
Yes. All right, here we go. I love
just like go all out. Get the 83. Get the 90. Get the 65. Just do this. Just more of these teams that are trying. The Bulls should be doing it. I know Mata's got 41, the quietest 41 points.
Right? First 40-point career in his career.
More teams need to do this. It was great. I hated most was the reactions from other players being like 83. Okay. It's like
it's cool, man. It's cool.
It's cool. 83 is cool. Texted him. There was a thing, and like LeBron and Dwayne Wade reached out to him, which is cool. But like Wembanyama was like, yeah, whatever. And other players were like, meh. And just like, it's 83. Forever it will always be like he got over 80 points. Bam out of bio.
They beat Kobe. I think that's the cool thing. I don't hate that so much from like the guys like Wemby. I mean, Wemby's kind of seems like he's salty about a lot of stuff, but I'm okay. I'm kind of okay with that in that aspect. But as long as the OGs are kind of reaching out and giving the respect, I saw. I don't know if you guys watched the post game stuff with him and Asia Wilson. I guess they're dating or something or married. I don't really know, but
dating.
That was their first game too, apparently.
Yeah,
it's
been two, or maybe the first game in a while or something. There was something like that. But I thought it was really cool, like the moment they had, and they're talking about, his process, work ethic, and where he's come from. They kept saying he came in the league as a defender and a lob threat, and to kind of be able to go off for 83 was cool. So I thought that was cool. Like Chris said, 83 is cool no matter what. I don't know if it's any more or less impressive than Kobe. I mean,
I don't think it has to be like.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he was immediately discussed in terms of Kobe's game, it was like, he passed them, but like you don't have to compare the two.
Yeah,
it's okay that these are separate events.
Yeah,
and they both scored 80 points, and it's cool.
Yeah,
it's just cool.
It's just cool, man.
Game. Like it's awesome. It's cool. Let it be on its own.
Yeah, just let it be his 83. You know what I mean? It is weird though. I mean, it's Wilt, Bam, and Kobe. It just seems weird.
Like when Luka got 73. I think they still won that game by like 10 points. Like he needed all 73, right? So it was actually like a legitimate.
I love this.
In quotes.
They didn't need Bam's 83. You're saying?
But no, I'm hoping we see more of this. Like let's embarrass Utah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. All these teams,
bottom feeders. I mean, they were up 20 with like 5 minutes to go, which again in this modern league is not. You got to keep playing, but it did feel like. They could have cut him off at 60 or 70, but they're like, let's go for it. Like Chris said, you know what? Hey, screw it, man. This team sucks. They're not playing any.
This team sucks. Lay it on.
Lay it on. Yeah, lay it on thick. Let's go.
Trae Young was playing. Now, why was he out? Was he resting? Like, I don't understand. I thought he was back.
I knew it was
not like he would have helped defensively.
But in the first half, though, the Wizards' defense was horrible. Some of the stuff, they weren't even like rotating on the weak side, things like that. It was just kind of like, okay. They let him get rolling, and then once he was rolling, it was hard to stop him. So
all right, that was old head talk number 1. Old head talk number 2 was the question got prompted, well, how come you're such a big basketball fan? Like what makes you like basketball? And I said, well, I was a young kid in the 90s, so my earliest memories of sports were the Jordan era Bulls, and the question was well, is he better than LeBron? I said, my rose-colored glasses, blinders on, obviously is yes. And I said, but the funny thing is if you asked me like who my favorite Bull from the 90s was, I wouldn't say Michael Jordan. And I got like eyebrows raised, like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, because as a kid, I didn't understand that Michael was as good as he was. I just thought like, oh, he's a good player, but like, I didn't know the perspective, right? So for me, it was like, hey, Dennis Rodman's cool. He has funny hair and he gets rebounds, does cool stuff. Like Steve Kerr's cool. He comes in and just like lights it up from outside. Like, I had this like opinion of like not understanding why Jordan was as good as he was.
Kerr was cool. Okay.
I did.
I
thought Steve Kerr was awesome. Like, but that led into then, so I got the eyebrows raised as that, which then led into the conversation about who's going to win MVP this year. And the guy said, Wembanyama is going to win MVP. And I said, is or should? Because there's a, like, is just your opinion that you should? He said, no, he is going to win it because without him, the Spurs are terrible. And I said, okay, well, did you see the game last night? Because SGA game winner over the Nuggets, yada, yada, yada. Got all into this. And the thing I threw out there was if the only argument is you take a person off a team and the team is bad, the Pistons would be worse if Cade wasn't, would be significantly worse than the Spurs if Cade wasn't on the Pistons.
Okay.
I think the Spurs have enough, like,
yeah, they got other pieces.
They got some more talent around it. But all that being said, do you guys think SGA did lock up the MVP 2-3 nights ago, whenever it was?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm begrudging because go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
I was going to go into it more. I just wanted to see how long the silence would be in there.
I know. I was letting it linger too.
So that game was insane. The final, like, without Shea, what is OKC? They didn't have the good Jalen Williams in that game, even though the bad, quote unquote, but Jalen Williams got 29 points, had like 8 threes. He defends Jokic really well. Chet didn't play. Agent Mitchell played, but like it's always Shea. It's just Shea and like 9 guys to pick up off the street or second round picks, it feels like. And the way that game ended, where Shea hit the 3, the first 3 that he made was a classic annoying Shea thing. He like pushed off, created space, and hit it. The second one was actually smooth. The second one reminded me of, okay, Shea is actually a very good basketball player. Yeah. He doesn't need all these gimmicky,
grifter.
Grifty things to get his own shot. He can actually play. Like he had a kind of hurt himself with that quote. I don't know if you guys heard his quote where he's like, "I got the answers to the test. I just need to know what the questions are first." And I'm like, no, it's like a Jason Tatum thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, him and Tatum are cut from the same cloth. Feels like
just the corny cloth
personality. But Shea, what Shea did, shut down the Nuggets like that, because the Nuggets had a 4-point play to tie it up. Everything just felt like, oh no, Thunder are gonna just blow this. I can't believe it. Yeah, I think it's Shea. Yeah,
I think he did probably lock it up. I think I'm weird, and maybe this is opposite of my normal takes here, but in the MVP, I really like a narrative win versus like the best player on the best team type thing, which I think is what Shea's getting. I think he's maybe the conversation is starting to begin of like, is he the best player in the league? Is he overtaken Jokic? I've seen that, on some podcast titles. I like a narrative one. I would like to see Cade or Jaylen Brown really get some buzz, because I think I like that story. I know it's Jaylen Brown. I know I'm the homer here, but like I think that's cool, man. Like the guy has been carrying this team that was supposed to suck to a number 2 seed, or like the pit for the Pistons, like you're saying, Joey. Okay, you take the best player off their team, the team is not going to be as good. But if you look at what the Pistons are doing, going from this kind of young, feisty team that they were last year to the number 1 seed in the East, it's a cool story, and I like that versus just, okay, Shea's the best player in the league.
Yeah,
we need to give it to him. Which is okay, it's fair, but I like the narrative.
Yeah, I think the point Chris made earlier about how many players were out in this game, and you think about the season wide that they've had, the record they've had without their second best offensive weapon for most of the season. That narrative is certainly helping Shea. I found it funny too, like we've kind of forgotten that the Spurs like started are the Thunder actually as good as we think they are? Like that has been completely forgotten. It was like 2 months ago that they were ripping those off before Christmas, I guess 3 months ago. But it's funny how fast the tables can turn just by going out and
winning.
Stabilized. They stabilized. I mean, they
not
stabilized.
Winning ugly. Like you didn't win in like the typical SGA way. He went out and won, like you said, Chris, with this guy's actually good at basketball.
This guy's good at, the best player in the league is actually good at basketball.
He doesn't just get free throws.
That's so crazy.
That's Bam's job now.
That's Bam's job. 43, man. Jesus.
Bam's a new free throw merchant.
That's a lot. Yeah, interesting. I definitely think there's still a little bit of time left, but he probably did kind of lock it up. That kind of one-on-one versus Jokic was probably his biggest concern.
I just want to say, I'm shocked that an old head wanted Wembanyama to win MVP, considering Wemby's played.
It was wild.
50 games. He averages 28 minutes. There was old heads usually, I would feel like, would be like, hey, he hasn't played 82. Why is he being considered? And he's like, 50. They're nothing without him. It's like he's not even playing that much. You gotta get the minutes up there, man. These are pump up those minutes a little bit here. Let's go.
His only argument was if you took him off, the Spurs would be terrible. And I was like, that argument fits for 27 other teams in the league. Like that's the way it goes. And the last piece of news, if we want to touch on the Timberwolves, we can, Chris. I don't have to do it to you. But
Yeah,
the other last one was, is this one of the most successful trade seasons we've had in recent memory, where almost every trade that happened has actually panned out in the better for pretty much every team involved? Like Clippers have been, like, Kawhi has blossomed without Harden there, right? They've been on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, Mathurin and Garland have been
right?
good. Yeah.
Harden looks fine in Cleveland. Looks like he's fitting well with Donovan Mitchell. Zubats is supposed to play, I think, tonight or this week for the Pacers. If anybody cares about that one.
But that looks good for next year, right?
Yeah, I was just kind of looking through everything, and it was like, are most of these trades actually in overall, like, because usually there's like one or two that's like, oh, this one didn't pan out, and like you guys messed up, but like everyone seems to be kind of working. Is
Jaden Ivey working out, or?
Well, I don't count. I count trades.
Okay,
Kobe White's been pretty solid for Charlotte.
He has been Kobe White. He has been like, one night here's 20, and the next night here's 9. But I was thinking like trades. I was thinking trades of consequence, trades that actually teams were, doing for the betterment of themselves. I couldn't find a bad one.
Yeah, no, it was a solid trade deadline. It's different, I think, than normal. Like you say, there's usually one or two that just kind of
scratch your head. You don't get it, but like Porzingis, even of the Warriors, hasn't looked terrible.
Has he looked?
When he plays, it doesn't look terrible. But
that's Porzingis, though. I mean, when he plays, he looks good. Yeah, and you're like, yes, if he's playing. The problem is that he just doesn't always play.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention with Wembanyama. I just saw a stat that came across. Wembanyama, the Spurs are 10-4 without him this year.
Yeah.
Terrible without him.
Yeah. Anyways,
this dude need to put down the wine.
Was that all you wanted to say about the Timberwolves? About they had a good trade. Io's been good because they've been nothing. They've been nothing but inconsistent.
I kind of want to ask you, how come the rest of the team forgot how to score baskets?
So there's one stat
averaging 37 a game probably over the last 4, and they haven't won.
There's one trade that they did 2 seasons ago now that is kind of not looking so hot post this All-Star break. Julius Randle is shooting 39%, 16% from 3, averaging 14 a game. Wow. 4 assists, 3 turnovers, and 3 fouls on average per game. This is over the last 10 games. The guy also has not scored in the second half against the last 2 LA teams that he just played. And you would think against the Lakers he always shows up because it's like a statement game for him, but it's
tough stretch.
His usage is 27%. He's the second most important offensive player on this team, and he's not doing anything. So it doesn't matter how good Io or anybody else on this team is. If he's not going to produce on any certain level, same with Jaden McDaniels. He's got other stats that aren't too favorable right now, but Julius Randle, man, this guy needs to, maybe he's getting the bad stuff out of the way now. We have 16 games left, but it's getting a little annoying. Like it's tough.
It's not crunching time here, Julius. Let's go, man.
Like, figure it out, man.
Figure it out. All right. I mean, I don't want to get too, worked up or down, about March basketball, because it is the doldrums.
It is. This isn't college, right?
This isn't college. We're not getting amped up right now. This is the calm before the storm. So, you don't like to see them kind of coming in a slump, but again, I've weirdly sort of had this trust with Minnesota that I think they have the experience. Hopefully they can get in the playoffs and have a good
they had the 3 seed for like a day, and they lost 4 in a row. Like, come on, guys.
It's gone. They're probably in the play-in now at this point. But tough stretch for your boys there.
Yeah.
Not a good look. All right.
That was all my thoughts.
That was all your stuff? All right. Well, let's get in. I had a couple of where do we want to start? You want to start with the top 5 players or 5 worst franchise futures?
Let's do the players.
All right. We'll start with the players. So this was a cool debate they had. I think it was on Bill Simmons' pod. He had Jacoby on, and they were talking about, I had never really kind of thought about it this way, but who are going to be the 5 best players in 5 years? And they were talking about, like, if you looked back 5 years, you wouldn't be saying some of the names you're saying. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be saying Ant or SGA. These guys wouldn't be on the radar like they are now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of curious we know who's kind of number 1 and 5 right now, but in 5 years, where do you guys think who do you think is going to be considered
the
top 5 players? Go ahead, Chris.
So I looked at it as 5 years ago, the top 5 players were Giannis, LeBron, Durant, Curry, Kawhi.
Oh, okay.
Maybe sub in some, take or leave some, but that's kind of the list. Right now, I put it at Jokic, Shea, Luka, Wemby, and then Ant.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Sub, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
5 years from now, it's kind of boring, kind of chalky, which I know typically it rolls over, but like Ant's 24, Wemby's 22. So I put Ant, Wemby, Shea, because Shea he's very fit. Have you seen his core is why he's able to move the way he does. He's got probably the strongest core in the league. And then this is where it gets tricky. Cade Cunningham is probably top 5. And then Cooper Flag is kind of like the boring pick. But really, I kind of want to mention Con Knipple. Because the way he is shooting 44% from 3, leading with the most makes in the league as a rookie, this is his floor, right?
Nothing.
Unless maybe he'll regress a little bit, but like this is unheard of seeing how well he's shooting from 3. So shout out to the Con man.
Kind of so.
But I said it. Let's
go. Yeah, he's definitely an interesting one. Joe, you have anybody else on that list?
Khan was the first name that I put down. I didn't put him as the number 1. It was just the first one that came to my head.
Dude, just because you were golfing doesn't mean you have to go with the
the white guy.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Look at him. I didn't even know.
It's funny, Chris, because 2 of my favorite golfers are not white. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I too have South Korean.
South Korean.
And one is Pacific Islander. So let's just get this out.
Out of the way. All right. Now that
Sung Jae Im and
Joey's race card is
sorry, I completely took you off. Let's talk about because I agree with the Con take.
He had to say something. Of course.
That's fine. The other, I don't.
He's so thrown off now.
Yeah,
no, all right. He's like, wow, this is a lot of white guys.
Who's going to mention Cooper Flag next?
No,
Cooper was the next one I had.
I kind of struggled to put him on there. I don't know.
Chet Holmgren, maybe. I don't know.
Cade was the one that.
Yeah,
I was like, is he going to be there, or is this going to be like a 2-year flash in the pan? Like,
wow, okay.
Does it continue, or is this a product of like the team that they put around him that's allowed it to finally like click?
Yeah,
and like. If this Pistons team runs its course and this season and maybe one more or 2 after that, like, do we forget about Cade again?
Yeah.
Cade's been in the league a while. Like he's not that young. He's not old, but like he's
24 though. He's like I looked at him as like,
but he'll be so in 5 years he's 29. Like he's either a top 5 player in the league, or you know what I mean, or he's starting to get to the end of his prime there. Well, beginning.
I feel like this is his ceiling, right? Like this is probably like the best we're going to see of him, and he doesn't crack. He doesn't crack the top 5 now, right? So he's not unseating Wemby. He's not unseating Ant. He's not unseating SGA, who I all had on my list. So the question becomes: is like, do you trust that someone like a Con Knipple or Cooper Flag has a higher ceiling at this point after almost one full season than what you've seen out of 5 years of Cade?
Yeah,
I think the one issue with Cade is his 3-point percentage has been 35% for the last 3 years, and his attempts have always been at 6. So it's like he's got to do something about that, right? At some point, you would think.
Got to start shooting him at some point, but
he's got to fix that.
I wonder too. I think the only other kind of thought I had is if one of these guys in the draft this year, a DeBonza or
you're Caleb Wilson.
I would love that to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. He hurt his hand. He's out for the season, so we're not gonna see him in the tournament. Bummer. But yeah, man, this is real bad. But I'm hoping maybe he could drop a few spots. Maybe the Bulls sneak in, get him. Maybe.
There we go.
But who's it? McPherson, I think is the guy's name. That's the wrong name. I think it's true. But anyways, the kid from Kansas, maybe he's
Darren,
yeah. Darren maybe Darren Peterson. I don't know what I'm saying. McPeterson, whatever.
McPherson.
That's somebody's name.
Sounds like a white guy.
Like Irish.
Doug McPherson.
But no, it could maybe one of those guys could be in the mix for it. So VJ Edgecombe, I just want to at least say his name.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, maybe.
I was gonna say who's snubbed off the list? Like who's the top? Who's the first 5 out?
Ooh, first 5 out. Let me.
Is it Paolo?
Paulo, yeah. Okay,
that's a good
one.
snub.
That's a good snub.
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes. Yes, I was just thinking that too.
Is Chet on the
Tyrese Halliburton?
Oh,
this is kind of his peak now.
Is he in a weird in the Cade spot where he's not going to be good enough now?
In the Cade spot.
Amon Thompson.
He's another interesting one.
I thought about Donovan Clegane, and then I shouldn't even have said the name.
Clingan?
Yeah, I was like, who?
Clegane or Clegane?
Clegane. That's Game of Thrones, I think.
Clegane.
Gregor Clegane. Oh man.
Anybody else off the Pistons that should be being thought
Duran, I guess. Duran's not
Duran.
What's Duran's ceiling is like Drummond, right? Like a
Spurs?
Drummond.
Anybody off the Spurs?
Castle, I thought of. Yeah.
Who's there?
Or Harper's.
Dylan Harper's
probably Harper's the second coming.
He's probably the one that could maybe sneak in there. But yeah,
I mentioned Chet like in jest, but like I thought about Chet, but like I don't know if he can actually put on any weight.
Chet is probably somebody that should be in the mix and won't be, which is weird.
What about Tatum?
Oh,
he's 28 already. I thought about Jaylen Brown actually, but Jaylen Brown's 29. So then 34.
But could they be like? How old is Luka right now? What's he? 27.
Yeah, but he's also like 280.
Yeah, Jokic probably the same thing, right? 20.
Yeah.
29. Yeah. Okay, so I guess they're probably Maybe if he was best player in 3 years, Tatum and Brown have a chance. But 5 probably feels like a little too long for them.
Maxi's a good snub too. You said off there.
Maxi's definitely a snub. So,
well, Brandon Miller. Any love for Brandon Miller? He's
another interesting name.
It's a fun name.
Off the Hornets.
It's a fun name. Off the Hornets. The Hornets maybe will have somebody in that mix, but who is it? Is it Knipple? Is it Miller? It's not going to be LaMelo. But
speaking of the Hornets, here's a good question for you: Who's a scarier play-in team, the Hornets or the Clippers?
The Hornets.
I was going to say the Clippers.
Okay.
I'm
scared of the Clippers, but
in the West. I don't think you want to see Kawhi. Kawhi can win you something.
I feel like any team so the Clippers right now are the 7th seed, I think, or 8th seed. Sorry, they're 8.
Yeah.
So if they win, they would play who's number 2?
Thunder or the Spurs. It's a good first round matchup for the Thunder. Dude, I kind of want to see Thunder Clippers now. Yeah, it'd be.
Oh, let's go.
Or then you get Hawks, Hornets Pistons.
Hornets Pistons would be kind of fun, actually.
Hornets Celtics would be.
Hornets Celtics would be good. I'd be locked in.
I'd be scared if I was the Celtics.
Yes, I would be very scared. I'd be very scared of that team. That's not the team you want to see.
That's a team that doesn't give a shit. Like they don't give it. You know what?
And that would be the Tatum stuff coming home to roost there. Of if it started a snowball, you know what I mean? You lost 2 games or something, and all of a sudden Tatum's like, I got to put this on my back, and they're like, not yet, man, not yet.
Yeah, we don't need that from you.
The Hornets were the team that the Celtics lost to, and then they're like, all right, maybe they do need Tatum back. And then Tatum came back. I think it was like the next game, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna need you. We just lost to the Hornets.
He struggled out the gate, and then he got warm, but
kind of weird. No, that was good. I think our list was.
Yeah, I think those are the guys.
I think Paulo was the one that I was like, I can't find a way to put him on here. This was supposed to be the year he was supposed to come out, and it didn't happen. Yeah,
he comes in like stretches. He's been quietly really good lately.
He has been good lately, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah,
long enough. Yeah, not long enough. Yeah.
They've had a good month. Yeah.
All right, we had one last topic I have for you guys. This is more. I just wanted you guys' opinion. We don't need to necessarily break this down about which franchises have the worst future, but I was listening to NBA group chat, and they were doing their no power rankings. This is what they do every year. They rank the teams with no power, with no future going forward, and kind of how bad the situations are. And it was weird because I went into it sort of. I don't want to say like I was just looking to see where they had the Bulls. I was like, I wonder if the Bulls make this list. And then it was weird. Like as I was listening to it, they like the first team they named, I think was like New Orleans or something. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay, the Bulls aren't going to be on here. And then the Bulls were on there like the next team, but all the guys had them in different spots. One guy had him at number 2, the second worst, only behind the Milwaukee Bucks, I think is who he had. Mm. And then the other guys had him at 3 and 4. So it was mostly one. Do you guys kind of agree that there are a top 5 worst future, franchise future? And then do you guys, or do you think they're, borderline? I'm just kind of curious your guys' opinion on it. 2 felt high to me. But
2 feels high. 2 feels only high. Behind the Pelicans?
I think it was, I think it was Milwaukee is who they had in that one. Forget
it. Yeah. But are we thinking the Kings are actually going to figure it out?
Oh, it was behind the Kings. Only behind the Kings. Yeah, that's
okay. But then another team, the Brooklyn Nets. Mm-hmm. I was looking this one up. The Brooklyn Nets have the worst win percentage of all time. Actually, the second worst win percentage. But the Timberwolves have the worst. But the Timberwolves might surpass the Nets all time. There's like 2,000, 4,000 games, so it takes a long time to flip that.
Yeah, to flip it.
And the Nets might take that over finally. And what do we have to look for? Igor Demon is the Nets guy?
Igor Demon is that who it is?
He's Claxton still. I don't understand why we like the Nets over the Bulls. At least Modest got 41.
That's right.
It's not like
he's a piece.
I don't know. I actually want to defend the Bulls here because I see the Nets, the Kings, the Pelicans, the Bucks. That's 4. And then I thought about the Warriors.
I had the Warriors on my list.
Yeah, the Warriors were they brought up the Warriors.
So would only one guy had them. The Bulls for the next 5 years. Like Curry's, you've had a blast with Curry, but
but it's over.
After that, what Todd is gonna say,
and their draft stores are horrible. Like the Bulls at least have their own. They control their own draft. Whether it actually goes good or anything like that, that's one thing to be said. But I was curious, Joey. Let's get your thoughts.
I had here's my list that I ripped off. I had Nets, Bulls, in no specific order. Nets, Bulls, Bucks, Kings, Warriors, and Pelicans.
Okay, yeah.
It's not 5, it's 6, but
that's the 6.
I had to sneak them in there. The Jazz got off the list because I feel like the Jazz always kind of have a plan. They just never seem to execute it well. But you can see like the method to what they're trying to do. They just never seem to execute it. But
I'm getting Triple J.
This has gone 2 seasons longer, I think, than
they thought it was. It's just everybody else. You don't really know what the plan is, and they don't seem to have a plan. And it's kind of it changes by every half season. It's well, if we're good enough to be competitive, we might keep it together. And I think every single team on here is guilty of it, right? They're all well, let's hold it together and see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll maybe move some pieces. Oh crap, nobody wants our pieces. Shit, we're stuck with the pieces. And then you just cycle it through. They've all done the same thing, right? The Warriors have done it. They should have when they traded Clay, they should have broken it up then.
Yeah.
The Bucks held on to everything too long. They made too many drastic pieces. The Kings, same way. Bulls, same way. So I think the Bulls, I think they fit in that middle of the pack spot pretty well. The Bucks are definitely in a worse spot though because they own nothing of their own and they're going to lose Giannis for jack shit when the time comes and goes. But
one other team that we didn't mention, and maybe it's because we like Trae Young so much. The Wizards. Are we actually pretending the Wizards are going to be?
They're doing stuff. I know they just gave up 83 and looked horrible, but
right,
they feel like they have. They have some
with Sarr, I guess.
Sarr, yeah, they have some picks that are there aren't not really winners just yet, but they have some guys that you haven't given up on yet, and then they do have some draft capital and stuff.
I kind of forget they're a franchise sometimes when we do these conversations.
Kind of forget they're probably in that 7th slot. You know what I mean? They're right next to the 6 Joey named.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention the Blazers and Grizzlies, but those teams they seem like they're well run.
Yeah. Grizzlies will be fine. They just gotta get rid of Ja and they'll be fine.
They just gotta get rid of Ja.
They couldn't do it at the deadline, but they got to do it. All right, boys. Anything else tonight?
No, I don't. It's a slow time in the association right now.
Slow time.
Slow time.
Don't want to overreact. I appreciate you guys letting me vent a little bit about the Wolves and Julius Randle, but you're right. I can't.
It's March, man.
Just
watch
some. I need to watch some college.
Watch some
college. Get my mind off of what's going on here.
Watch some floor slappers, and you'll be fine.
Right. So.
I got a question for you, Titus.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown gets ejected last night or the night before, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mazzulla, instead of answering questions, just talks about like his principal in high school or like middle school, like kicking a kid out of the student section or something.
Yeah.
Would you have rather like is that like enjoyable, or would you want your coach to just like answer questions like straight up?
I don't like the guys that don't answer questions. I mean, Joey Maz, he's another one of those guys that kind of just does his thing. I don't care for it.
Like he eventually got to it, and he's like, I think he was warranted in his what he did. I just like I didn't need the whole like we were trying to avoid the question and being like cute about it, but like
I didn't need the whole Joe Mazzulla.
This shit getting old. This is getting
it's kind of getting old.
It's just getting old, man. It's
like it was whimsical for the first season when you were like, oh, you're new and you guys are really good. And now it's like
But that's like any of the. I'm blanking on coaches that do this, but any coach that does this, it just gets old, and it's just like, dude, it's part of your job, man. I get it. You don't really think about this stuff. You don't want to, and I get a lot of those questions are stupid or whatever. Or
I'd rather him say that and be like, hey, I think this question is stupid. I'd really rather not answer it.
But yeah, exactly. Done.
Okay.
You don't need to give us some weird story, but that's Joe Mazzulla. But then it's also like it's like the price of genius. Sometimes you get this. It's the price of genius. Look at the
interesting
coaching genius.
Look at him genius, making or is it just stuff. Autism?
It's one of those two.
Undiagnosed
autism. Our head coach. That's what it is. Popovich, same thing. It's look at the price of genius. Look at these guys. God.
Yeah, that's a good point. Popovich had a lot of that. He did a lot of that.
Yeah. But when they win, nobody cares. If they're losing, then it starts to get.
But the Celtics are winning. It was still kind of like it was weird. Like,
it's just I think to me, I don't know. I feel like we're starting to transition into a new era where it's like I feel like coaches just shouldn't be allowed to get away with that anymore. Like you're not the first person to do this. Like there's been so many people who have done this. Like look at like the Belichicks and these other guys in other sports too. Where it's like, okay, man, we've had the guy that's cranky old man.
He's a young man.
Yeah, he's cranky young man. Just come up and be a professional.
It's cranky young man. Dwight Howard officially retired a couple hours ago. You guys saw that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wasn't officially retired already. So,
last time he played in the league was 2022.
Kind of just figured he was.
Yeah, I guess you have to make it official.
I guess so.
He was playing overseas, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, right.
I thought you could still retire, but play
overseas, right? Yeah, you can't retire and say, "Hey, I'm retiring from the NBA."
Hope. I think he's got some maternity or some spousal issues at home that he's got to attend to. I don't know.
Some issues.
We can get to that off pod.
Yeah, come on, Dwight.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think next week we can deep dive, sort of, if you guys want to, the college bracket, but with the NBA twist, who to watch, what top picks are going to be in the mix here. Caleb Wilson out. Willis, I forget his name.
We got some work to do.
They have some real work to do.
Work to do before next week. Work to do. Magic City night got canceled. Did you guys see that?
No.
Shout out Luke Cornett's blog.
Magic City night?
You didn't see this? You didn't hear
No, I haven't.
Oh, Titus, where have you been, man? You
locked into the
it's to highlight the culture of Atlanta.
Yeah, the Hawks had Magic City night where they were serving like lemon pepper wings and they had merch. T.I. was going to perform at halftime and they were going to record like a podcast before the game about Magic City and just like the cultural impact it has in the city. Like they weren't having, dancers in the stands or anything like that. Luke Cornett wrote like a blog post and then I think Al Horford jumped in and was like, yeah, not okay. And then I think a couple days ago, Adam Silver got involved and was like, we nixed it. But basically, everything's happening still. They're just not calling it. They're just not calling it. Yeah.
We already got the wings, guys.
Yeah, they're like, they just said it's just the food for the night. They already had the merch sold. T.I. is still performing his concert.
So they're just not calling it Magic City.
Correct. Like everything's already set. They're just not calling
Magicless City night.
Yeah, Magicless City.
Wow.
It's good. It's good.
Thanks a lot, Luke.
Yeah.
Classic. Lemon pepper. Where do you guys fall on lemon pepper as a wing flavor?
I'm a fan. I didn't know that was a controversial. Is this like pineapple on pizza?
Well, I think there are some people that maybe don't care for it.
Well, it depends for me if it's a dry rub or like a wet sauce.
It's gotta be a wet. It's gotta be a wet sauce, right?
Yeah, I think so.
A wet lemon pepper sauce is elite.
Elite.
All right, glad we're on the same page.
I guess we got to go to Atlanta, boys.
Atlanta, let's go.
Don't you go to Atlanta? City. Yeah, we can.
Let's go to Magic City.
Magic City.
It's about the culture.
It's about the culture.
I did laugh though because this was the second time Magic City and the NBA have crossed paths. Because during the bubble, Lou Williams went there.
Yeah,
you guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was excused for a funeral, and then he showed up in pictures of Magic City. He's like, "I was just getting wings, man. I was just getting wings.
Yeah,
get some wings.
So funny.
I was just getting some food. Hey,
love it."
All right, well, that is it for us tonight. Follow us on social media at the Box Out Boys. Slide those DMs. Tell us where you rank lemon pepper wings.
Elite.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube and Spotify and TikTok. Very much appreciate that. So until next time, guys, Box Out.